shouldn't do that one.
Hello, internet.
Hello, Void. That's me screaming to you.
All right, we'll give it a sec. Person. Hello,
Hello.
are you there?
Can you hear me?
Is there anybody out there?
I laughed on some spit.
The internet will be okay since it's like rainy and
crappy.
Mindy's here. Hi, Mindy.
Hi, Mindy. Welcome.
We're drinking some tomato beer.
Yeah, this beer is supposed to taste like oranges, and it definitely tastes like tomatoes.
It's orange wheat ale called Doing Good. But it tastes, it tastes like tomatoes to us, which not in a bad way. Like,
No.
it tastes like a fresh tomato.
In like a surprisingly nice way, like a farmers market produce way.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad.
But
Hi, Leanna.
How's everybody doing on a Friday night? I'm tired.
Same.
It's rainy and gloomy here. Also, that time of the month, y'all. I'm just exhausted for no reason.
It's not that time for me, but I am also tired, but it's probably because it's rainy. And also, I was off work for a week and then, had to work all week like a normal human this week. And I'm tired.
Yeah. But, I don't know, should we get right into what we've been reading for If You Got It, Read It?
Fuck it, let's do it. Just jump right in.
All right. So I actually finished some challenges this month. Yes. Oh, Leanna is also tired, likely because I stayed up watching Netflix documentaries.
May I ask what documentaries? Because your girl loves a good documentary.
At this point, I'm just paying for Netflix for no reason because I haven't watched anything in a very long time. We finally got it to work at Jeff's house, and so we watch movies and stuff on the weekends sometimes.
Yeah.
But I want to watch, what is it called? Something Force. It's got Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy in it. Oh, Space Force? No. No, this one's new, and like Jason Bateman's character is literally a crab. Like he's a man, but he has crab art, and it looks so stupid, and I want to watch it so bad. And I asked Jeff if he would watch it with me, and he was like, I mean, I guess. I've heard of it. Trial 4. That is Trial 4. Yeah, I don't know what that is either. Casey is recovering from the second shot. Yay!
Yay, I'm glad you got your second shot, but I do that second one is real. It kicked my ass too. So
Yeah,
I feel good.
Too. I got mine last Tuesday, was it?
Mm-hmm.
And the worst part for me was that my lymph nodes swelled up and got really sore under my arm. So my arm was like hurt on top and underneath. I was like,
I had like chills and body aches, so I was like, it's that level of where you don't feel good, don't feel bad enough to feel like it justifies not doing anything, but you don't feel good.
That's how I was too. There was like a very mild flu. Yeah. But Murder Among the Mormons. I think Jeremiah was watching that. Trial 4 is about a wrongful conviction case.
Okay. Have y'all watched that Britney Spears documentary? The New York Times did it.
I don't know how I feel about stuff like that. Because Britney, like, she posted something on Instagram that was like basically said that she was very embarrassed, happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I understand like people wanting to like learn more about her and like advocate for her because, like,
yeah, because I feel like I haven't watched the documentary, but I feel like it was done in the spirit of like
it
wanting
was.
to help her.
But still, when you're putting out someone's personal business and like talking about sticky spots in their life or things that are, you know, obvious points of contention, like that's kind of embarrassing when you don't get a voice in it. So I get that. Hi, Annie.
Excuse me. Yeah, and that's like, I don't know. But anyway.
Usual.
Books.
Books and shit. So, what did you read for? What challenges did you knock out?
Well, I read my book that was on the TBR in the past, which was Daisy Jones and the Sixth by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It was on my If You Gotta Read It TBR last year, and I did not read it. But I finally did, and it was pretty good. Yeah.
I liked it.
And then I read my book Under 200 Pages. I did The Refrigerator Monologues by Catherine M. Valente, which I loved. And then I did a book, which was The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett, which I borrowed from my mom, and I also loved it.
I really want to read it. The Vanishing Half.
Very good.
So I read my cover by book, which is The Witches of New York by me, and I went and got it just to show you guys the cover of it because like that's a fucking cool cover. And I think I bought it at a library sale or a secondhand bookstore or something, and I just saw it and I was like, okay, well I dig witches and also that cover's cool. So I liked it. It's like historical fiction plus witches. And I also read a book over 500 pages. I read The Kingdom of Gods by N.K. Jemisin. It was like 614 pages or so. So, yeah. And I loved that.
Leanna finished Read a Book You Meant to Read Last Year and read Madship by Robin Hobb.
Nice.
I really need Robin Hobb sometime. And Maggie loved Davy Jones.
Davy Jones. Davy Jones.
Oh, what's the guy from the Monkees? What's his name? Davy Jones?
I think so. I don't know. You're more of
I can't remember.
More of a monkey aficionado than I am.
Seven Husbands, whatever. I can't fucking talk. So.
Seven Husbands. We're gonna abbreviate that.
I loved Seven Husbands. Same. I was not as big a fan of Daisy Jones, but I still liked it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I liked Seven Husbands better.
Yeah,
I liked them both, but I loved Seven Husbands.
And Leanna read a predicted 5-star read, The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune, and it ended up being a 4-star. Still pretty good.
Still pretty good. Still pretty fun.
I've been hearing great things about that book. So
I've actually heard of that book. So that means
I think we've talked about it on our live shows
I think so.
before. Yeah. But I really loved The Vanishing Half and The Refrigerator Monologue. I gave both of them 5 stars. They're really good. And I have since finished another one, but I finished it this month. I guess I could go ahead and talk about it now, though. But I counted. I read How Long Till Black Future Month by N.K. Jemisin, which is a collection of short stories. And I was 4. Read a book by one of your favorite authors. Love me some N.K. Jemisin, and it was a really good collection. I gave it 4 stars.
N.K. Jemisin.
Yeah, and it was cool because some of them, like one of them was definitely a prequel or precursor to The City We Became. Mm-hmm. And then one of them was set in the same universe as and followed some of the characters from the Broken Earth trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of cool. And then there's one that I know is like a prequel to one of her other series that I haven't read yet. It's the duology.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what the
I can't either. I know what you're talking about, though. I think I bought it.
Yeah, I have the books, but I haven't read them yet. I was
hopefully pick those up soon. But I wanted to read the short story collection first because I knew one of the stories and it was a prequel.
Yes, that's smart. That's very smart.
But that story was really good, so I'm excited to read the series now because I definitely would want to read more in
that universe. That sounds cool.
So,
yeah, I really want to read more N.K. Jemisin because,
yeah, I think the Broken Earth trilogy is being made into.
I heard that
or a series.
I think a series. I think is what it is.
Which I'm interested to see how they do that.
Yeah,
they're supposed to be making like 2 of Octavia Butler's series into shows, which is
cool. I can't remember which one.
Dawn. Well, it's the first book in the Lilith Brood, which is Dawn, and then I think Parable of the Sower.
See, and Parable of the Sower makes sense to me because that seems like they could do it. I mean, relatively easily. But Dawn, I don't know how they're going to do that.
Weird,
it's going to be weird. There is absolutely tentacle sex in that. How are they going to do that?
Which, they might not do it completely closely.
If it doesn't have sex in it, I'm not fucking in. I'm not in for it.
Mindy read The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson for her longest book, and Universal Harvester by John Danielle for my cover by, and I have not heard of Universal Harvester.
I'm gonna look it up so I can see what the cover looks like.
Brandon Sanderson is one of those very popular authors that I have never read.
Same. Wait, maybe I did read something by Brandon Sanderson. Yeah, you either read something by Brandon Sanderson or I own something by Brandon Sanderson. And I don't remember. I don't know. So what it was, Universal Harvester.
Cover by Cinderella is Dead. And most recently acquired The Sanatorium. I don't think I've heard of either of those. Ooh, that's a cool cover.
That's a very cool cover.
We're looking at Universal Harvester.
Yeah.
Darnell.
John Darnell.
Did I read it wrong? I feel like I can't read the name.
No, it was Big Daniel.
Okay.
Okay, so then the other cover by Cinderella is Dead. I'm gonna look that one up.
I feel like, what's the one? There's some children's author. Ooh, that is pretty.
I can see why both of those.
I've seen this book. I think I have heard of this book. I've at least seen the cover.
Oh, Mindy only gave it 2 stars though. Well, shit. Yeah.
Beautiful on the outside only.
Disappointing on the inside.
There's some author that's very. I feel like they're maybe more popular in like Britain though. But it was one that like I'd never even heard of until I think I started watching BookTube. But it's like some very popular author that like everyone read as or maybe it's a series. Is it Percy Jackson?
I've heard of Percy Jackson.
Like I'd never heard of Percy Jackson until, but that's the series. I think I don't remember who the author is.
I don't know who the author is. I've seen that movie. I've seen the Percy Jackson and the Olympians movie. I don't remember it. I know I've seen it, but I don't remember it super well. So I don't know if it was good or bad.
I'd never heard of that until I was an adult. I also had never heard of the Goonies until I was an adult, though. So to be fair, I don't know.
Really dug it, but I don't like the Goonies. So. But if I would have told him that, it would have been like a 3-hour argument. I just didn't have the energy, so it was easier to pretend like I liked it.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so. Lucas started reading The Merry-Go-Round in the Sea purely because I recently moved to Western Australia.
Cool. Well, congratulations on your move. Is it a good move?
I hope. With priority. Yeah, that's the Percy Jackson.
That's the Percy Jackson author.
Yeah, is The Merry-Go-Round in the Sea set in Western Australia? I'm guessing maybe. Hi, Amber.
I would not if you moved to Australia in general, like if you weren't living in Australia and now you do, I would not recommend reading on the beach. But I mean, or maybe do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're the
I read
last ones
the
alive.
Cavern that's set in Australia, and it's a horror.
Oh,
Don't go spelunking.
I feel like Australia itself is like, I'm sure it's a perfectly lovely country, place to live, but like everything that lives there wants to eat you.
Yeah, I saw a meme that was pretty funny. That was like, if I ever visited Australia, I know I would die because dingoes look like regular dogs, and I would not be able to help myself from petting one.
I saw a thing about Australia where it was like they found a cow like casually eating a snake in a field. That said,
Cow eating a snake?
yeah, and someone commented, they were like, in Australia. I was like, no one does, because everything wants to eat you. It was a good move. Well, good. Congratulations. Cheers to you. Don't get eaten by a dingo.
Please don't.
Or a giant fucking toilet spider. Or any of the other. Did you not? There, I saw a post about someone's like, oh yeah, we have toilet spiders in Australia, and we usually just let them chill. This thing was like a plate. It was like a dinner plate. I was like, what is wrong with you? I mean, they may not have any other choice. Like that spider might be running the show. They might be holding them hostage, and they might just be like, you know what, this is my fucking toilet. I'll let you shit in it, but don't fuck with me. I don't understand Australia. No.
I have heard that are not as nice and cuddly as they look.
Have you heard the noises they make?
Yeah, I think I have one.
Terrifying.
On the internet.
I've only ever.
I've also heard that they're very stupid. The toilet spider is actually our prime minister.
Oh god, that makes so much more sense now. That's horrifying. Oh god.
Well, I am halfway through a book for another challenge. Reading a book called Seven Worlds. It's a sci-fi book that was published in 1986. So I was going to count for published the decade you were born.
Okay.
And it's all right. I think it'll be like a 3-star read. It's fun. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's about this woman and her experience on different planets. She's a teacher.
Okay.
And it's like, it's okay.
It's okay. I had to DNF the book I was reading for read a book set in the decade of your birth because I was reading Body Mortgage by Richard Engling, I think is who the author was.
Oh, yeah.
And it turned out to be pretty racist. So
I actually started a book that I was going to read for that challenge as well, called Nature's End. That also, within the first 2 pages, I was like, well, this is going to be racist, isn't it? And then I read a little bit more, and it was.
Yeah. I read like 70 pages of Body Mortgage that we read during our like read along. And I was pretty uncomfortable by a few things, but then like they used a slang term to refer to people, and it was one that I had never heard before, but I felt like given the context, it was at the very least derogatory. And I thought it might have something to do with race. And so I Googled it, and yeah, it was racist. So, I mean, there was some discussion about whether or not it was racist, but I'm like, nah, it seems racist to me. So I DNF'd it.
Yeah.
I'm not about that life.
Huntsman spiders, are those the toilet spiders? Okay. Harmless. It sounds better than those spiders that like eat you while you're sleeping. And those like desert spiders that are like they numb you and will just eat you.
Wait, what?
I think.
I'm learning a lot of things today that I don't want to know. Like, Jesus Christ. Why? Why? Like, you coexist with those? Excuse me, but like, how big are your balls? Like, I can't. You need a wheelbarrow to cart those things around? Like, Jesus Christ. My balls will never be that big. I can't. Wow. I don't want to look at it anymore. Casually live with a spider the size of a fucking cat. Like, it's no big deal.
Is our video and audio okay?
Yeah, is it? What do y'all think? I mean, my internet is sometimes wonky, and it is like rainy and stuff here, so it might be me.
I don't think I've seen a like warning. Sometimes it'll say
my connection's unstable. And I'm like, bro, same.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a warning or anything. So hopefully it's okay.
Hopefully it's all right.
I do feel like there might be a lag, but
yeah, there probably is, just because technology.
Yeah, that Nature's End book, though, literally, it's written by 2 white dudes. Okay, so not surprised. But the first page, it's revealed that like the villain of the story is named Gupta Singh, I believe. And so I was like, well, that's a red flag immediately that your villain is Indian, an Indian man. And then the next page, it had a line, something about like the reason we decided to fight this this guy's political philosophy or whatever was because of our culture, Western, humanitarian, and Christian. And I was like, oh no. So I was like, so it's definitely probably going to be anti-Asian.
Yeah.
Because they're all about Western culture. And then also, no thank you with the Christian stuff. But like, let me give it a slight chance more. And I read a little more, and there was like another scene that was like anti-Asian. And I was like, I'm done.
I'm done. Yeah, I don't want to consume that shit. But especially if like, because I know there's the whole question about like problematic faves or like classics or staples in literature that are problematic. Like, can you still enjoy them? And to me, I feel like it's real iffy. And especially if the content is garbage, like Body Mortgage is not a good book.
Right.
You know, it's not like I'm going to read it and be enlightened or have my life changed or anything. And so if it's also racist, then I don't want to waste my time with it.
Yeah. Leanna said they like the Percy Jackson series in general. I heard Ray Warden wrote it for his son who is ADHD and dyslexic. Percy is ADHD and dyslexic, and I don't remember it being a major aspect of the stories.
Like in the book or the movie? Or both? I don't remember it. Which or both? Because that's pretty cool. I did not know that.
Yeah. And Amber said the video and audio are spotty for her.
Well, we apologize if it is garbage. I actually had to do like an internet speed test, and apparently I have good internet, but it is like temperamental.
Yeah.
So I had to do that for work. We cut out of it.
Cut out a bit somewhere. I'm not sure where.
I was just asking if the ADHD and dyslexia, if that wasn't a big part of the books or if it wasn't a big part of the movie or both. Because I'd never read the books. Like I said, I watched the movie, like the Percy Jackson and the Olympians movie, but it's been like 900 years ago now, so I don't remember it. Yeah, both. But yeah, so I figure for the book published in the decade of my birth, I'll probably read something by Margaret Atwood because I haven't read me some mags in a while, and I love me some mags. And she has, you know, a large body of work, and a lot of it was published during that time frame. So I feel like I can find something there to read.
Yeah.
So I'll probably do that.
Yeah, I picked up the Seven Worlds book to read because I thought it'd be a quick one, and I felt myself getting a little slumpy.
Oh, yeah.
And it has been a quick read. I'm already halfway through it. So that's good.
That was good. I was looking at my Goodreads like reading challenge for this year earlier today. And I've actually listened to quite a few audiobooks already this year. I think 5 or 6. And I think that might be what I listened to like for the total of last year. But I'm really like enjoying them lately just because it's something that I can do while I'm working and or while I'm cleaning or doing whatever. And I still feel like I'm able to like consume and engage with content. And so I've really enjoyed audiobooks this year. They've been really fun. I have learned that like if I'm not vibing with it, not to continue with it. Like if I'm zoning out, not painted just to give up. And because it's probably not a book that I would enjoy in that format.
Right.
You know. So if it's something like that, then I know I probably should either just read it or just not, you know, do it. But yeah, I've actually really enjoyed audiobooks this year. It's been nice.
Yeah, I've listened to a lot. I like to listen to them when I'm like cleaning or doing chores or something or walking my dog or whatever. But I have a hard time listening to stuff like that while I work because I can't concentrate on work if I'm listening to people.
It depends on what I'm doing for work because some of the things that I do for work require my full attention, but some of them are kind of not mindless tasks, but they're more mundane. They don't require all of my brain.
Yeah.
And so for stuff like that, I can listen to stuff, but it just, like I said, it depends on what I'm doing. If it requires a high level of concentration, I can't listen to audio with it. Crossed you like a rude. How dare I?
Amber said she's thinking of using the long way to a small angry planet for a book that was recommended to me. And using something else for one that was on a TBR in the past. Are you reading The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet now? I thought I saw maybe on Goodreads that you were already reading that or somewhere. If so,
we're gonna have to talk about it once you've read it because I want to know what you think of it. Leanna said they think it's mentioned in the first book, but not really discussed much after that. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. It'd be cool if it was a bigger part of the story, but it's at least cool that he wrote that with his son in mind and included that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Are those like bigger in the UK or am I just making shit up?
We have UK friends today.
I know there was another popular series that I know is definitely more of a UK thing, but it's that something about snogging. I can't even remember the title because that was another one I hadn't heard of until like BookTube.
Oh yeah, I don't know that one.
No, something I don't know. I can't remember now. Angus something and something snogging.
Angus and snogging. Something.
Currently buddy reading it with Sam.
Okay, well then the four of us are gonna have a little chatty chat.
Already read it, hasn't she? I thought she had. Full frontal snogging, yeah.
Full frontal snogging. No, that's just the funnest name ever. Okay, I like that. Full frontal snogging.
I missed out on a lot of series, even that were popular here, though, because I was a little hipster child. I was like, I'm not reading that. It probably sucks.
Honestly, I missed out on a little series too, but I think it was because I was always just kind of a tiny adult. And so I read like whatever my mom and my grandma were reading.
I kind of did the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I would read, in middle school, I read Louis L'Amour. My most read authors were Louis L'Amour, Mary Higgins Clark, and Dylan Koontz.
Yeah, Mary Higgins Clark. I also read like a full fucking series about this like Episcopalian minister.
Okay.
I don't remember what. I think it was Episcopalian. I don't know. It was something like that. I read the full fucking series because my mom and my grandma read it, so we like just kind of passed the books around. And I was young, and it was something to read. But
well, I would check out like romance books at the library because
Casey. Sorry, the Mitford series. Fuck yes, Casey's got me. Yes, that's exactly the one, and it's terrible. But like at the time, my whole family was like vibing it. So yeah, we all read it. Thank you for having my back on that one. Yes, the Mitford series. Sorry, I interrupted you because I got excited. Please continue.
No, I would read romance like in high school and stuff because that's what my mom read. So we would go to the public library together and pick out.
I would do the same. My mom would take me to the library. My local library had this thing where you could call a number and it would read you a story.
Oh, really?
And from my grandma's house, we would call the number and then we would just sit there and just listen to it read a story. And it was really cool.
Yes, I was asking if Sam had read it already because I thought she had. And she has. Are we cutting out for everyone? Like,
Yeah.
Should we just like
Should we switch to
start
phone
over or
to cell phone?
switch to phone?
How bad how bad is it?
How bad is it?
On a scale of 1 to 10. Or 1 to 5 if you feel like 1 to 10 is just too much freedom.
But let us know what scale you're using.
Please. Keep us posted because we can switch to cell phones if we need to. That's NBD.
What else was I gonna say? I don't know. I'm
Before I
tired.
rudely interrupted you.
No, I was just talking about the romance novel thing. I was kind of like, there was one time I was kind of embarrassed because I checked out a book from the library and I didn't know what one of the words meant in the title. And it was called The Very Virile Viking. And if I had known what that meant, I would have been way too embarrassed to check it out.
How old were you at this time?
I was in high school, so I was like, I don't know, probably 15 or 16.
Okay, it's just not like super inappropriate for you to be. I was thinking like I was hoping you were like 10 or 12 or something, like reading about virile Vikings.
I think my mom probably would have been like, no, if that were the case. But I don't know if my mom ever knew that I had it. I don't remember if she saw it or not. But later, when I learned what that meant, I was very embarrassed that like the librarian.
Oh God.
I checked it out. I was like, oh my God. Listen, I was a horny teenager.
We all were. We were all horny teenagers. I never read anything horny though as a teenager.
Really?
I don't think. Mm-mm. I think I was just too awkward because even still now, like anything that's erotic, it's not meant to be funny, makes me uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why it is, but yeah, if it's not meant to be funny, or if it's like not horror erotica, then I don't fuck with it. I don't know. That's not exactly true because I have read some romance novels as an adult that I don't mind. So I don't know. Maybe I've matured. So Leanna says slightly spotty.
Okay.
Ooh, someone has a date with a lovely young woman going to an Irish pub. So recommendations for IPA or stouts. Depends on your area because I don't know what you might have in your area, but if you want something interesting, you could order a black and tan.
Yeah, or some people. I've heard the term black and tan is maybe offensive.
It depends. Yeah, black and tan black and tan or half and half is what it's called, but you can get those lots of different ways. Traditionally, it's usually served with like Harp or Smittix in the bottom and Guinness on the top, but you can get it with I always like to make mine with like a wheat beer in the bottom.
Yeah.
And Guinness on the top just because it was a little more full bodied.
So are you in the United States?
Because if you're not in the US, then you probably have much better beer options than we do.
This kind of kills the craft beer game, really.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But I'm just gonna say if you're in the US, like I feel like a good kind of IPA that's probably pretty widely available would be like Two Hearted Ale. Is that I think that's what the IPA is called? Two Hearted.
Yeah.
Also,
in Cali. Okay.
Okay. Sierra Nevada makes a good
IPA.
Yeah.
If you have access to Deschutes, anything that Deschutes makes is fucking fabulous. So they make a beer called an Obsidian Stout, which is very tasty. Black Butte Porter is also fantabulous.
Yeah.
So, but I would recommend.
I'm not as well versed on stouts. I don't drink stouts a lot.
I dig me a good stout, but I would highly recommend doing a half and half or a black and tan.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm
Amber,
sure if you're in California too, they probably have Arrogant Bastard.
Oh yeah, Arrogant Bastard is
Isn't
good.
that in California? I think Firestone. Doesn't Firestone make that? I think they're in California.
Yeah. Also, Amber, what was that beer that we had when we went to Wisconsin that you had recommended to us, and they had it at the Irish pub?
Oh yeah.
What was that beer?
That wasn't an IPA or a stout though, but it was a red. Was it an Irish ale? Or?
I don't remember.
I feel like I almost had it.
Help us out, Amber. Help us out. But you really wanted us to try it, and they have it at that Irish bar that we went to. Irish pub that we went to. And it was really fun. I can't remember the name of it now.
Yeah.
So help us out with that, Amber. And congratulations on your date. I hope it goes well, and I hope you guys have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, but I would definitely say, I think Bell's makes the Two-Hearted Ale, don't they? Like Bell's is usually good. Sierra Nevada is usually good. And that like Arrogant Bastard is pretty good too.
Yeah, definitely. Kilkenny. Thank you. So good. Oh, and Amber said that she likes to read sexy time stories as long as no one knows.
I read fan fiction on my phone a lot. And I mean, I've told everyone now.
I read horror erotica, and like everyone knows that now. I mean, horror erotica, like a book would recommend. It's an Irish cream ale and impossible to find anywhere else. Yeah, and it was so good. That was a really good beer. So if any of y'all have access to Kilkenny, it was
really good. It's very good. Yeah, Killian's a different.
Yeah, Killian's is a red.
Killian's, I think, is pretty widely available, if I'm not mistaken.
And that's a pretty easy drinking beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would recommend a Black and Tan because it's something different and it's cool to look at if they make it right, which if it's an Irish pub, they probably will. But yeah, that would be my recommendation.
Yeah, and like Amber said, also just asking staff what the best, like for recommendations.
What their favorite is. Yeah.
Trying to see if I missed any messages. Oh, Leanna was saying try a book cover so you can see that you're reading.
Just read it on a Kindle, like if you have an e-reader.
Yeah.
Because I read the entire 50 Shades trilogy. I wanted to read it because I wanted to see what the fuss was about. And then once I read the first one, I wanted to be able to actually make fun of it. Like, didn't need to read all of them to know that, but I did.
I haven't read any of them, but I thought about reading them at some point, but then decided, nah. Amber says, don't ask for their favorites. They could say Miller Lite.
And then you're fucked. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Although if anyone tells me that Miller Lite is the favorite beer, I'm going to be like,
maybe ask them if they drink IPAs or stouts.
Yeah, and then ask.
Yes. Maybe.
Like, what would you?
She doesn't shelves says, I'm a beer baby and I basically only like saisons and lambics. That's okay.
That's fine.
Drink saisons.
Oh, really?
Pretty much.
I did not know that about Craig. I've learned some things about Craig recently that makes me question his mental health, and it's not the saison thing.
Yeah, he's been in lockdown too long.
Yeah, he's losing a bit.
He's vaccinated now, though, so
he can go interact with humans and stop being so fucking weird. Yeah. Yeah, I used to drink lambics. I had my roommate at the time liked lambics, and so we would get, and they come in, the ones that we got here came in big bottles, and so it's too much to drink for one person if you didn't want to get drunk. And so we would get them and drink them, and I thought they were good. It was good. Drink what you like, homie. No shame in that.
Yeah.
I like some saisons, but like saisons have kind of a weird flavor to me. And I've had some that I've really liked and had some that I didn't, but like I feel like they have a weird, I don't know, kind of like a herbal or like a basil flavor. Some of them.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Like, there's like an odd flavor to them that I usually don't enjoy that much either. But sometimes I'll try. Like, we tried one in our holiday beer video. That was actually
pretty good. Yeah, that was good.
That was the Santa. I know.
I know him.
I know.
Yeah,
That was a saison, and it was really good.
that was really good. Yeah.
But I did not like. One of the local breweries had a basil saison. Oof, I did not care for it. Craig really liked it, so I guess some people were into it, but it was too basil-y for me. I was like, no, I cannot handle it.
Yeah. No, the only thing I'll beer shame people about is like drinking exclusively shitty dicks. Like that's the only thing I will ever beer shame anybody. But like if that's what you drink because it's cheap, and then like you also like other beer, totally fine, totally fine. If you only like Bud Light, no.
And then I mean I'm not gonna make fun of someone unless they're like, oh, you drink that fancy beer or something like that, and then I'm gonna make fun of them.
Yeah.
They make fun of me first. Like Bud Light, whatever.
I'm just saying, if that's the only beer you like,
Drink what you want. I used to drink Bud Light.
Yeah, but that
exclusively.
Yeah, well, I drank.
You gotta have a gateway beer too. I feel
You
like
have to have your gateway beer, and unfortunately, Natty Light was kind of mine. Yeah,
mine was Bud Light.
first beer I drank like at parties and stuff, but like the first beer I drank that I liked was Guinness, and then from there I kind of moved on. So you gotta have your gateway beer.
Well, we have any more books to discuss? Are any of y'all? I'm gonna post our TBR hopefully tomorrow. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, Amber, should we switch to my phone or?
I don't know. Is it bad? Is it bad, guys? Should we switch?
It's just, and that's okay. It's okay. Like if you're drinking a beer because it's cheap, just say that. That's the entire reason I drink Rolling Rock. Is it good beer? Not really.
Yeah.
But it's cheap.
Yeah, it tastes like tobacco to me. Amber said it's pretty bad, and Leanna said it got worse. So should we just restart?
Yeah, let's restart using phones. So we're gonna restart this and we'll return in like momentarily.
Yes.
So
BRB, see you back in a minute. No, it's probably not.
It's probably not your
There's
internet.
a lot of Australian people who watch us. I feel like.
I'm into that. That's pretty fucking cool. All right, we're gonna switch to our phone and we'll be right back.